What's up with it? It says here in Titus 3, 1 through 3, it says this. Remind them to be subject to rulers, to authorities, to be obedient, to be ready for every good deed, to malign no one, to be peaceable, gentle, showing every consideration for all men. That's what Titus is to remind the brothers and sisters in the church. Why? Because of this. For we also once were foolish ourselves, disobedient, deceived, enslaved to various lusts and pleasures, spending our life in malice and envy, hateful, hating one another. That's how we once were, each and every one of us. It says in Ephesians 2, 1 through 3, and you were dead in your trespasses and sins, in which you formerly walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, of the spirit that is now working in the sons of disobedience. Among them we too all formerly lived in the lust of our flesh, indulging the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature children of wrath, even as the rest. The same chapter, verses 11 and 12. Therefore, remember that formerly you, the Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by the so-called circumcision which is performed in the flesh by human hands. Remember that you were at that time separate from Christ, excluded from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers to the covenants of promise, having no hope and without God in the world. That was the former state of all of us. And it goes on to say, but now in Christ Jesus, you who formerly were far off have been brought near by the blood of Christ. For he himself is our peace, who made both groups into one and broke down the barrier of the dividing wall. So then, you are no longer strangers and aliens, but you are fellow citizens with the saints and are of God's household. Because of Jesus, he made us new creations. He brought us into the household of God. We didn't earn it. We didn't deserve it. But he did it because he is loving, because he is kind and merciful and gracious. He did it for his glory, not by our works, so that none of us should boast. And so because of that, we also should have compassion on the unbelieving, the wayward, fornicator, the adulterer, the sinner. We should have compassion on them because we once all walked in that manner. Amen.